This isn't the story of large metropolises littered with towering buildings and quick-step pedestrians. It isn't the tale of fast lanes, fast cars, or fast talking. But don't be misled. It's a story as vast and as strong and as wide as any place in America. It's a story of quiet majesty and natural beauty. It's of Cajun prairies, working rice mills, and preserved main streets. And it's remembered from wooden rockers on wraparound porches, accompanied by the lullabies of chirping cicadas at dusk. It's told by the people who live it every day. It's the story of Acadia Parish, a Cajun prairie tucked away from the clamor outside. It's a place where, even if only temporarily, you're no tourist, you're family. And so consider this an invitation to experience what locals here call joie de vivre, a little joy of living. Acadia Parish is a place where history is rich and people are rooted. In fact, almost 50% of Acadia Parish residents, the citizens of Crowley, Rain, Church Point, Esterwood, Iota, Mermentau, and Morse, are descendants of early Cajun immigrants. Immigrants who are eager to share their story. For many, it is a story of the great Cajun exodus in the late 1700s, when French Catholics were uprooted and deported from Nova Scotia by British invaders. For others, it is a simple story, made up of hard work and good times. So when you visit Acadia Parish, you will enjoy agri-tours and Cajun country stores and historic districts. And everywhere you go, you'll learn about what people here love best, all things Cajun. There's a reason why you feel at home when you're in Acadia Parish. The sights, even if you've never seen them before, feel soothingly familiar. They seem preserved from a time gone by, embodying the best of our grandparents' and parents' generations. Even Hollywood has taken notice of this tucked-away community where doing nothing becomes everything. In fact, Louisiana's cypress trees and water highways recently surpassed New York City as host to the silver screen. It's a place where rodeos are alive and well. It's a place where people still enjoy classical music and a bit of gospel, Cajun, and country as well. In fact, they still love to dance to the music they make. This is a place where frogs are considered honored guests. It's a place where Victorian homes grace residential streets. And unlike bigger cities, people here feel art should be, well, free. Perhaps most importantly, Acadia Parish hasn't forgotten the past. Its memory remains fresh through preserved historical buildings, working museums, and cemeteries that serve as far better historians than neglected books. In fact, St. Edward Parish in Richard, Louisiana, is the site of Blessed Charlene Richard's grave. Charlene, just a girl, died in 1959 of childhood leukemia. Locals say intercession to the little Cajun saint has led to countless miracles. They believe even heaven has found something special in Acadia Parish. The people of Acadia Parish are as serious about food as they are about faith and family. And the area's best food isn't found in five-star restaurants or fancy hotels. It's found on the dinner tables of Cajun families more than willing to invite strangers to the feast. But don't be asking for recipes to the gumbos, étouffées, jambalayas, boudin, and couscous, for those are safely guarded secrets. Cajuns would rather ship their cuisine across country than let generations-old secrets walk away. And when you're really ready for some real Cajun cuisine adventure, enjoy a crawfish boil with some locals. Don't worry, instructions are complimentary. You probably won't understand the words, but somehow you'll know what the music is saying. It's the sound of Acadia Parish. Originally, Cajun songs were ballads about death, solitude, loss, or ill-fated love. Today, the music remains mostly true to its earliest origins. The fiddle, Cajun accordion, and washboard still provide the music's primary sound. Old and young enjoy its beat. And it may be the last remaining American sound that compels every generation to dance together. The Rice Festival, the Frog Festival, the Buggy Festival, German Fest, livestock shows, Carré du Mardi Gras, just to name a few. The Cajun calendar is more full than most, with locals celebrating everything from the day before Lent's dark start to the success of local crops and livestock to the very people who have made this area special. In short, the people of Acadia Parish aren't quite sure what isn't worth celebrating, and their spirit is contagious. Visitors find themselves as invested as locals in which frog will win the race, which beauty will be crowned festival queen, and which crew will emerge victorious in the run at Mardi Gras. It all goes back to their philosophy of living. You've got to have more joie or joy than anything else. We recommend you take us up on our invitation to become family while you're here. You might consider enjoying one of Acadia Parish's charming retreats into domestic tranquility. The parish boasts some of the most intimate bed and breakfast accommodations in the South. Proprietors treat guests to Cajun favorites, such as iced tea on the porch at dusk or biscuits and couscous at dawn. And owners are always willing to tell the folklores and legends familiar to the area. The parish also provides plenty of spots for those seeking a more natural shelter from the road for a few days. RV parks and camping grounds provide scenic escapes with easy access to both rural and urban communities. But for those bent on the typical, we've got plenty of hotels and motels to accommodate you too. Acadia Parish isn't a place that you happen upon by accident. It's a place you visit by invitation from the people who have been here for almost 200 years. It's a place where you remember what matters in life. And for once, it's a place where you aren't pressured to do and be and become anything. People here assume you already are. And although these people, these Cajuns, would love to hear about what's happening in the world outside, about your story and your slice of life, they'd also like to share theirs. It's disarming at first, this open invitation, this immediate trust and desire you'll become family. But when it's time to leave, you're already planning your next excursion back into the bayou, into the Cajun Prairie, into Acadia Parish's version of life. Because you have a suspicion you'll be missing it once you're gone.